Let's take one question. In the circuit shown, E is 12 volt. This is a 12 volt. L, that is the self inductance of the coil, is 4 Henry. R1 is 6 ohm. R2 is 3 ohm. And S is closed at t equal to 0. That is initially when switch is closed, that time is taken as t equal to 0. Then we have to match the given options. Here in the coil, we have to remember that if there is a coil in the circuit and there is no current initially, I equal to 0 at t equal to 0, so we can say that at t equal to 0 plus, that means just the instant after the switch on, we can say that current I plus I0 plus is also 0. That means this coil will oppose the flow of current, and just after the switching on, at that instant, the current in the coil will be 0. Similarly, if there is a current flowing is I and t equal to infinity after the switch on, that means a lot of time is passed. In that case, we can say this is a steady state. And in steady state, this I becomes constant. And because when I become constant, there is no change in current, no change in flux, no induced EMF. In that case, this inductor have have no role, and it just act as the simple wire. So we can treat it as a short circuit when t tends to infinity. That means we get the steady state. Using these two facts, we can now make the two diagrams from this circuit at t equal to 0 plus and at t equal to infinity. This is a steady state, and this is just after switch on. So when switch on and we take instant just after the t equal to 0, in that case this inductor at t0 plus will act as a open circuit because it will not allow to flow the current, and therefore the circuit will become like this. This is the 12 volt battery, and here it is R2, that is 3 ohm, and there will be a current in the circuit. And at t equal to infinity, when the there is a steady state, so this inductor will act as a short circuit, and the circuit finally becomes like this is R1, that is 6 ohm, there is R2, this is 3 ohm, and it is connected to the battery of 12 volt. So we have to find the currents in the circuit. So in first case, the current in R2 will be equal to 12 by 3 V by R, that is equal to 4 ampere. And current in R1, because inductor is open circuit, so there will no current in the R1, so it is 0. And in second case, because at steady state inductor is acting as short circuit, so this R1 and R2 are parallel, therefore we can write I R2 will be equal to, because 12 volt is applied across both the resistor R1 and R2, so R2 will be 12 by 3, that is equal to 4 ampere, and IR1 will be equal to 12 by 6, that is equal to 2 ampere. So we can say for A, that is current through the R1 at t equal to 0, because it is inductor is open circuit, so option R is correct, that means there will be a 0 current. In option B, current through R1 at t equal to infinity, that means at a steady state it is 2 ampere, so we can say it is option P. Option C for current through R2 at t equal to 0, because R2 is in circuit at t equal to 0, therefore the current is 4 ampere, hence option is Q. And for D, current through R2 at t is infinity, so it is again 4 ampere, so we can say it is Q. Question number 2 is, the self inductance L1 and L2 are placed far apart and in parallel. Far apart means they are isolated, we can suppose, and in parallel their combined inductance is. So answer will be that 1 by L equivalent is equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2. This is for parallel combination, or we can say L equivalent equal to L1 into L2 by L1 plus L2. This can be verified very easily. This is the one of the coil, and this is another coil. these are in parallel, and suppose this is connected to a battery and it gives a current I. This I will get divided in two branches, I1 and I2. First coil is of self-inductance L1, another coil is of self-inductance L2. So here we can say I equal to I1 plus I2. If we check the induced EMF in the coil 1, if there is a change in the current I1 and I2, then induced EMF the coil 1 will be E, and it is equal to suppose it is E1 minus L1 dI1 by dt. And similarly E2 we can write it is minus L2 dI2 by dt. Because these two coils are in parallel, therefore this E1 and E2 will be equal because they are connected at the same terminals A and B. Therefore this E1 is equal to E2. And finally, if we consider the equivalent inductance of the circuit is L equivalent, in that case also we can write induced EMF for the combined system is minus L equivalent into current change. And now the main current in the combination, the equivalent combination will be I. So it is di by dt. Therefore, I equal to I1 plus I2, we know from the Kirchhoff's junction rule, and this gives that di, if differentiating with respect to time, because currents are the changing currents with time, we can write di by dt equal to di1 plus by dt plus di2 by dt. And substituting the value here from the values of induced EMFs, we will get it is E by minus L equivalent is equal to E by minus L1 plus E by minus L2. So this will give 1 by L equivalent equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2, or we can write L equivalent equal to L1 L2 by L1 plus L2. Similarly, for series combination of the inductors, say these two inductors are in series, this is L1, this is L2, so their equivalent inductance will be simply L1 plus L2, similar to that of the resistances. Let's take another example. Calculate the energy stored in the coil of self-inductance 40 millihenry, that means it is L, carrying a current 2 ampere, this is I. And we know the energy stored in the coil is in the form of magnetic field, and it is half Li square. Therefore, substituting the value of L, that is 40 millihenry, that means we can write it is 10 to the power minus 3 Henry into I square. Current is 2, so it is 2 square. Hence, this 2 will get cancelled and it will becomes 80 into 10 to the power minus 3 joule, or 0.8. It is 0.08 joule. This is the answer. Next question is, if n is the number of turns in a coil, then the value of the self-induction varies, and we have already done the formula that L equal to, that is the coefficient of self-induction, equal to mu naught n square AL, where n is the number of turns per unit length, A is the area of the solenoid or coil, and L is the length of the coil. It is equal to, we can also write it as mu naught n square, because n equal to n into L. Therefore, it is n into A by L. So as per question, this L depends on capital N as n square, keeping the other parameters same. So options A is the correct option. Next question is, the number of the turns of the coil of a solenoid are doubled without changing its length and area of cross section. The self-inductance of the solenoid will become dash times. So it is a very easy question. We have already said that L, that is the coefficient of self-induction, is equal to mu naught n square A by L, or it can be also written as mu naught n square AL. Here A is the area of coil, L is the length of the coil, small n is the number of the turns per unit length, while capital N says total number of turns in the coil. Here, number of turns in the solenoids are double, so we will use this formula. Here n becomes 2n. Therefore, this L will becomes, because it is n square, because inductance depends on n as n square. So L becomes 4 times of the L. Therefore, final inductance of the coil will be 4 times of the initial inductance. The question is, the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes by 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 Webers when the current changes by 0.01 ampere. The self-inductance of the coil H. We know that, that the induced EMF or the back EMF E equal to minus N d phi B by dt, and it is equal to minus L into di by dt. Here, this expression can be written as d by dt of N phi B. This is the total flux of the coil equal to minus L di by dt. This implies that because minus minus get cancelled, these only give the direction as per the Lenz's law. Therefore, d by dt of total flux will be equal to L di by dt. And now we put the values given. Here it is given that magnetic flux linked with the coil changes by 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 Weber when the current changes by 0.01 ampere. So this change in the flux is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, and it is equal to L into. Next question is, the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes by 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 Weber when current changes by 0.01 ampere. The self-inductance of the coil is. We know that flux linkage is N phi B is equal to Li. So if we take the change in the flux, this N phi B, so this will be equal to the change in the Li, because L is a coefficient of self-induction and it is based or depends on the geometry of the coil. Therefore, it is a constant. So we take it out of the differential and it is LDI, and substituting the value, change in the flux is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, and it will be equal to L into di, that is change in the current, it is 0.01. So L is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 by 0.01, or we can say it is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 by 10 to the power minus 2, or we can say it is 2 Henry.